Looking back to when I first had my accident to where I am now, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't dress myself, I couldn't wash myself. It was tough. A lot of things have changed. I've got my own house, I've got a beautiful girlfriend, new hobbies. I've got to represent my country. I play in wheelchair rugby, so I'm pretty thankful.
Right, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, I'm slow. My name is Cody Everson. I'm 23 years old.
The old Shirley chant.
Yeah, it's good. I'm a tetraplegic. I dislocated C5, C6. That pretty much means that my legs have been affected and also my arms. I also can't move my fingers. I can't feel from my chest down. It means it's a lot tougher to do things.
Stay this way.
Oh, shit.
Jess! Come save him.
I was 15 when I had a rugby accident playing for Shirley Boys High School.
Open it up, Sharpie.
It was the first 2 minutes of the game, so it was pretty much my first touch of the ball. I called for the ball and I ran through a gap, and a guy who was a lot bigger than me fell on top of me, and pretty much I fell wrong. And from that moment, I couldn't feel my legs, I couldn't feel my whole body really. And from that moment on, I haven't walked. Those early days after my accident, especially in hospital, it was tough.
Morning, Cody. You can turn the light on.
I couldn't do really anything for myself.
Round. Hold up.
So right down lower.
Being in the spinal unit, that was really where I took control of my independence.
Awesome. Wow.
I met people who helped me find different ways of doing things and gave me really good advice.
How'd you go, like, when you got out of here with women and stuff like that?
Well, how do you feel about it? I mean, do you feel chicks are chicking you out?
You know, I look at girls the same way, and they might look at me the same way, you don't know.
When I got out of hospital, that was sort of where everything changed for me. Just watch my foot.
1, 2, 3.
I felt I always had the potential to be more independent, but when I had my carers around, I liked the help sometimes, and because it was just so hard. You soon realise that you need to get out of your comfort zone and your wee safety net to be able to do these things for yourself. I'm a bit stuck. And for me, I had a lot of time during those early years to try these things out, and I'm glad that I didn't let myself be lazy, and here I am now. I thought it was about time I grow up and look at buying a house. It was a huge step for my independence. So I brought this house back in 2015. I thought it was about time to, I guess, for my personal growth, to move out of home. And it was perfect timing with friends, etc., wanting to move out of home as well. So it's definitely something that's helped me a lot. My friends, they really helped my independence in a way that they actually started helping me at night time. So I didn't have to rely on a carer coming in to put me to bed. Yeah, well, when I first had the house, it was more party. I didn't really care about the house so much. It was just more get everyone around, let's get everyone together. And there was a lot of late nights, and I needed that. This is my partner, Jess. We've been together for coming up 2 years now, actually, and it's pretty good time. Now that I've read, I'm all about the finer things. It's funny how we legit always make the bed every morning.
It's our routine, eh?
perfect. It was actually through one of my flatmates. So he got together with Jess's friend and she hit me up one day and just said, oh, I've got a friend who you might like, really. And I actually had a wee stalk on Facebook and Instagram. And what did I do? I tagged you in a post. I didn't even know her. She didn't have a clue who I was. It was tag someone you miss. So I tagged her.
And then he hit me up some good chat up lines, said, I heard a rumour that you like curly fries and red wine.
And I got no reply. So I was like, oh, all right then. And I tried my luck again. I knew she was the one. So I had to be persistent on it.
He was very persistent.
Yeah, yeah. You can sit down here.
One of my favourite things about Cody would be his confidence brings out more in me that I didn't know that was there, and you kind of can just take control of a situation.
Thank you. I procrastinated a lot. Like I'd say, oh, I really want to do something, but I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Being around Jess and seeing her when she gets something in her head and she starts doing something, like she'll do it. And I think I've started to do that with getting a job and just little things like that. Our relationship's really good. We're sort of the same people, so we enjoy doing the same things, socialising, cooking, so it makes it super easy to be with each other a lot. Like we don't get sick of each other sometimes. Oh, you want to come to Daddy? Come here. Oh, the kids. The kids.
So I wanted a pug and Cody didn't. He wanted a Frenchie. So we compromised and Cody bought the dog. So he was our first wee baby, Lorenzo. And then we got his little sister, an English bulldog called Lyla.
Six years ago, I started playing wheelchair rugby, which helped me a lot. Wheelchair rugby is an awesome sport to start off with, and you meet so many cool people who had lived like this for a long time. They know how to get by, and I really picked up the little things. So tonight we're at Canterbury wheelchair rugby training. This is our weekly regional team, so we train twice a week on a Tuesday and a Thursday night. Training's a big part of playing wheelchair rugby, and as I got more competitive in that and wanting to be better in that, it really helped my personal life. Yeah, definitely I got a whole lot stronger.
Baseline, I've got baseline.
A lot of people look at wheelchair rugby like demolition derby before. It just looks like a whole bunch of guys in wheelchairs smashing into each other. But it's a lot more tactical than that. There's points. You can only make 8 points out of 4 people. I got sideline. I'm a one-pointer due to my level injury.
Go left, go left.
So I've lost function in my fingers and my legs and my arms, so I don't have as much function as a two-pointer who have got really good function in their arms. But their fingers are still a little bit affected, and then you get a bit higher to the three-pointers and the 3-5s who are mostly amputees. Oh, I like it. At first for me, I was just more wanting to do it to enjoy it. When I really got involved with the Wheel Blacks, that was sort of when it hit me, and it was like, I can really be something in this team and I can really go far. And when I seen improvements, that's when I knew it was like, this is me. For me, I want to play the best and I want to beat the best, and that's the goal now for the Wheel Blacks and for myself, is to not drop my standards. So yeah, when it comes to rugby and when it comes to being on court, I'm very serious. Go to Greg, go to Greg, go to Greg. I think throughout my whole 8 years of my accident, the biggest achievement for me is being able to drive again. I didn't get a car straight away. I got a van, and that had a hoist in the back. I just had to have carers or friends drive the van for me. Got to the point where I really wanted to drive myself because I was kind of sick of relying on people. So I got hold of ACC and had to go through the process of learning how to drive again. And that was more like just finding a car that worked for me, because we weren't sure if I was going to be able to transfer and sit in a seat and drive normally. It was quite funny because I had like a strap around my chest. I didn't have hand surgery, so holding on to this was a lot more difficult. We had like a piece where I actually stuck my hand in there and it was going nowhere. And one day I said to the instructor, I was like, oh, I don't need the chest belt or anything like that. So I was driving along and I was coming up to a corner. I was going way too fast. And I turned and my whole balance lost and I flopped over, and he has to jump over and grab the steering wheel. And he's like, you are not driving without your chest belt ever again. I'm like, oh, shoot. It was awesome when I got my first car, and you soon realise how good it is to have that independence. I can still get out and see the boys, or to help Jess out if she's not feeling well or anything like that. Today, going to the gym by myself, and I've got a trainer that can meet me there and help me out, and then I can get back in the car and just be by myself again. I'm usually at the gym Tuesday, Thursdays, so 2 times a week at the moment in the gym.
Wow.
Training for me is very specific. When I go see my personal trainer, I need the help because my fingers can't grab things and it's a lot tougher for me. When I come to you at the start of the year, I couldn't even lift this.
Up. Up. 4. 2 more. Up, up, up. Last one. Up. Up. Good.
Yeah, after my accident, going to the gym in hospital was all about rehab and learning how to pick things up again, or learning how to get from a chair to a bed, learning how to get dressed. It was nothing about getting stronger. It was all about learning how to adapt to my new life, really, and doing things. So fast forward nearly 8 years on, now it's all about getting stronger, getting fitter, being the best athlete I can be, because I am, you know, playing wheelchair rugby. I look at it as a professional sport. We might not get paid for it, but we have to train to be the best, and we all want to be the best. Training for me is 6 sessions to 9 sessions a week, and some of them are twice a day, in the morning and then in the evening.
2 meters.
Good to go?
Yeah, last one. 14 to 1. 10.
You can see like the arm gave out then. So if my triceps sort of give out, the arm just flops. So it's good for me coming here and having someone to push me, because a lot of the time wheelchair rugby is individual and you do a lot of stuff by yourself. So we've got to submit training diaries every week. A lot of people aren't doing skills, and it's getting shown at training camps where there's a lot of drop balls. Passing isn't where it should be, so that's a big work on for me. Wow, I need to do my hair actually.
I know.
It's quite bad, isn't it? The biggest challenge for me is training to be the best I can be, and I want to be a good boyfriend as well. I'm always training. It's really just trying to have that balance, and I've never had to be put in that situation before. I can't get it down.
Oh.
I do my own hair now because Jess has got a mean hairdryer. That's the one good thing she's brought to the table. Getting ready for me is quite easy. So I'm already in my rips. It's cold, but I can't feel, so it's okay. So yeah, but my hair's done and things, so I'll usually just do my hair and chuck a shirt on. As for this one, it can be stressful or it can be really smooth. today I think it's going to be smooth.
I feel like we're talking about still you getting ready by how stressful it can be.
If I'm having a bad hair day, so I like to be a 2-week haircut man. If I'm longer than 2 weeks, it just doesn't work. And then she'll have a comment about something, and that's when arguments start. So
What?
don't act like we don't.
Well, don't act like we do.
Well, it's not an argument. It's more a disagreement or something. And then we've got the kids in the room, so we can't raise our voices. Lyla gets a bit scared when we raise our voices.
Watch.
My style now is mature, very mature. I still haven't learned how to use buttons. But one thing I've learned is okay to use your teeth. Like, it does take time to do things, and it is easier to ask someone to do it, but it is, you know, like, I got there eventually. It took 30 seconds longer than probably what Jess would take just to do it for me, but, you know, they're not always around, and you can't always rely on someone. Come on. No, don't me. Come on. Honestly, does this all the time. Come on. Fungi and bacon without the mushroom.
So it's literally just bacon.
Yeah. Prosciutto's good. Is it prosciutto or yeah. Actually, the first time we met, it was more like a double date, and it was actually here. And it's nearly been 2 years too. It is nice to be thoughtful though. Am I a good boyfriend?
Yes.
Am I actual?
You're pretty good.
I go good, eh? Like, am I affectionate towards you?
As in like thoughtfulness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Put the earring in, yeah. Yeah, okay. I want my pizza.
You've run
nice
out of
and
stuff
hot.
to say.
No, give me a starter with some little bit of sauce, because I love my sauce, saucy sauce. I get a lot of spasm, but I actually quite like my spasm, so just let it run free sometimes. Working for me was one of those things where I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Being so young, a lot of people took interest in my story and wanted me to go talk to other people in wheelchairs. That was sort of when Health Vision gave me the opportunity to come and work for them and be a client liaison and an ambassador to go and talk to their clients and try and get them out of the house or just talk to them about life and what I've been through. Liz, how you going?
Oh, hello, Cody. How are you?
I'm very good.
Oh,
very
great.
good. I guess we last spoke about going and seeing some of the clients.
We're thinking about interviewing people with you being on the panel, and you've got that level of expertise where you can...
I'm a master.
I wouldn't quite call you a master,
okay,
Cody, but you
okay.
might be in your own lunchtime. That's okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
No, it will be good. I guess that's the main thing, is finding good carers. And especially for clients, it is a big thing. You know, you've got a carer with you all day, so you need someone that you can get along with.
Yeah. Most of our referrals come through ACC or Ministry of Health. Cody is happy to chat about himself and is a great mentor and encourager of people that have suddenly become disabled through accident or long-term illness. He's still got a lot of space to develop, really. Because he's relatively mobile, it'd be really useful if he can go to clients' houses and spend some time with them looking at how he can support their needs.
Awkward.
We could push our desks together.
This is my first job. It's cool that I've gotten a job now. I can tell people, you know, a lot of people ask, what do you do? And usually I'm like, oh, not too much. I just play rugby. So it's quite cool to actually have a job and now having an office somewhere to go to actually feel like I'm doing something. Do you see I need a laptop?
Would you like a laptop?
I would love one. I'm not fully set up yet, but yeah, this is going to be me. I'm going to set up a few pictures of myself, maybe the dogs, maybe Jess if she's lucky. Well, it has been a pleasure seeing you guys. All right, Liz. Yeah. Thank you. All right, I'll see you next week. I never thought that I'd be able to travel the world after an accident, so that's huge. And talking to people, they're amazed when I tell them I've been to Europe, I've been to Japan, I've been to all these amazing countries, and I've got to represent my country doing it, playing wheelchair rugby. So we're at Wheel Black Camp, so we're 3 months out from biggest tournament of the year for us. We're heading to Korea for a qualifier tournament to pretty much qualify for the Paralympics. I've been playing wheelchair rugby for the Wheel Blacks for about 4 years now, and every year for myself I've gradually improved and has taken more of a leadership role in the team. And this year I was fortunate enough to captain the team for our first tournament away. Hit him, hit him!
I don't think anyone's really a natural leader, but I think he's a person who's growing into it and he's guiding them around the court and making a big difference amongst things. He sees things before they happen, and that's priceless in any sport. Being able to read the play, and it's just his speed as well. He's probably one of the top 3 or 4 one-pointers in the world, so for his point class, he is one of the top players in the world. So, yeah, he does make a big difference to our team when he's out there. And it's a case of other people having to lift to his level rather than him having to lift to their level now.
Turn back, H, beat that. Right round.
Yeah, he's all about the business, so he's out there. Lots of comms, like telling us what to do, where to go. And over the last 6 to 18 months, he's really stepped up in regards to what he wants out on court. And yeah, he's really owning his position.
Push, push.
Nice talk, H. How's it going, bro?
Kia ora, bro.
You good?
I am good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad.
Sweet.
Welcome.
Follow you?
Come on in.
All right.
So I was just thinking, you remember those times in Burwood? Having to make...
It was a little while ago, but yeah, I remember it quite well.
Doing the toast?
Yeah. I remember you sort of trying to do your own breakfast, and I also remember how painful it was to watch.
Well, you're in for a treat this morning.
You reckon?
Yeah,
what's going on?
I'm going to make you some toast. I've been practicing for this moment for the last 7.5 years. One of those things where giving back or supporting someone or just checking in on someone, it does mean a lot. I know for myself, the one person that comes to mind there was Sholto when I was in hospital. He was amazing to me. Not having someone like Sholto there to talk to or just find out the little things, it would have been tough going back home because I don't think I would have found wheelchair rugby. I don't think I would have met all these people through his networking.
Working in the spinal unit, we highly recognise that being fit and getting out and being involved in the community, being out, finding out that you're not on your own and there's actually a hell of a lot of guys out there in a very similar situation, it goes a long way to helping your rehab. He's gone from being this young kid to this mature young man that's now he's had a dabble at captaincy with the Wheel Blacks. And he's found a really good supportive lady. And from what I can see, that's helped his life balance. He owns his house, you know, he's working. Couldn't have hoped better, really.
I'm actually quite proud of myself here. I reckon I've got a perfect spread. Enjoy, bro.
That's not
Enjoy.
bad, mate.
Lyla has to be difficult, eh?
6 years ago, I didn't see myself being where I am right now. I want to keep moving forward. I'd love to go travelling and spend a bit of time in Europe. That's a big sort of personal goal for myself and Jess. And I can almost 100% say I wouldn't be where I'm at now if I was walking. Sit. Stay. Okay, good boy.
Thanks New Zealand On Air for supporting Attitude.